I have not slid into anyone's DMs. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah.
You didn't even ask me that question. I just gave you a free one.
Wow, this is really spooky. How are you?
I'm Barry, and you're gonna grow to hate me.
Okay, that's a good intro.
Is your full name Sabrina Carpenter?
Yes.
Are you 22 years old?
Yes.
Are you about to take a lie detector test?
Uh-huh.
Are you nervous?
No.
Barry? In a recent interview, one of the hosts said, quote, "You were really good at dodging questions." Do you believe that to be true?
Absolutely.
Is there any question you're going to dodge in this interview?
Absolutely.
Which question?
Probably the ones that I don't want to answer. Just those ones. I'm not coming into this planning on lying, if that makes you feel better.
Let's start with your life. When you check into a hotel, do you always use your real name?
No, not always. Sometimes I have it under a fake name.
Have you ever gone by the name of this person?
Yes. Mrs. Doubtfire. That was my alias for a while because I love to troll and I love getting off a plane and seeing like a guy hold a sign that says Mrs. Doubtfire. They were always very disappointed when it was me, but then after a while, some people started to catch on, so it's not that anymore.
You said you also sometimes go by the name Sabalicious.
It's my Zoom name.
Does Sabalicious also have her own separate personality?
No, she's actually a lot like me, I think. It was really just like, you know, beginning of pandemic. I was like, what do I make my Zoom name? And I for some reason, I thought I was gonna Zoom friends, not for work. And that's all I ever used it for, was work. So and I didn't know how to change it after that. So it's Sabalicious still to this day.
Does Fergie know you stole her name?
Fergie? I don't think well, no, I didn't steal it. It was more just like a interpretation, like I took her name and then interpolated it, kinda.
Do you always use your real name at restaurants to make sure you get the best table?
No, not always. Sometimes, if I can get one, then that's amazing.
Does it work when you do use it?
There are times, yes, and then there are other humbling times. You know what I mean? That's when I use Fergie's name.
When you were 19, you released the song Pushing 20. Now that you're pushing 23, are you still following some of the same lyrics you wrote at 19?
Yes, sometimes. It's like once I remember them, like when you're in those places where you're starting to let like a lot of other people's opinions outweigh your own, that's when that song really comes in handy. So yeah, sometimes I remind myself of the things I wrote when I was 19.
So you still, quote, got no time for others?
No, I barely have time for myself.
Who do you not have time for?
I don't always have time for random FaceTime calls. That's like one of those things that like when people like randomly FaceTime you out of nowhere, I might be on my phone and I might see it and I might not answer it. Have I lied yet?
Not yet.
Lit.
As a 22-year-old, would you say Gen Z is the best generation?
I think it's a dope generation. I think they're killing it. I don't know if I'm like, yeah, we're the best. I'm biased, you know what I mean? But there's been a lot of great generations, and we couldn't exist without all the others. Ah, such a nice answer.
Everything is remarkably honest. Straightforward.
Thank you. I'm gonna start lying now, just because I want to test it. I want to feel something.
Do you think TikTok is destroying our minds?
Is destroying our minds? No.
What about Instagram?
No.
That was false.
Really? I feel like they are to an extent. That's why I was like, is this working? I don't know. I mean, maybe not destroying, but definitely making things more challenging at times.
On your 21st birthday, you revealed on TikTok that you did 11 shots of tequila. Would you say that's too many shots?
Well, I can tell you what I did lie about. It was not 11. I was just drunk. I don't remember how many I took. But it was too many, yes. It was too many, but it was my 21st birthday. So I was like, just trying to like figure out what I'm capable of when it comes to that. And I figured it out.
Do you consider yourself to be a fun person to drink with?
Depends on who I'm drinking with. So yes, sometimes, and no other times.
What about this person? Are they a fun drunk?
Yeah, too fun, maybe. She was with me on my 21st birthday, and we were in that together, but definitely one of my favorite people to drink with when I do that.
Have you ever pre-gamed before a red carpet?
Yesterday. It was like a seltzer. It was nothing, but I was just like, ooh, this is fun. And also I was, nervous. Just like a sip or two, nothing too crazy.
What about before you performed at a concert?
No, because I was not legally of age the last time I played a show. She's an angel.
Let's talk about your love life. In your song, Almost Love, you sing about the feeling of falling in love. Would you say falling in love is harder when you're a celebrity?
I don't think falling in love is harder when you're a celebrity. I think it's like, maybe it's just me. It's like very easy for me to like fall in love with someone when it's the right person, but definitely complicates things after that.
All responses are true.
Have you ever considered dating someone for clout?
Like as a joke, definitely. Like never seriously, but like there'd be like times where like a friend would be like, you should date this person, it'd be so crazy. And I would be like, yeah, let's do it, we'll make it happen. But never like actually seriously taken action there. I have not slid into anyone's DMs. I just want to let you know that. I know, you didn't even ask me that question, I just gave you a free one.
Do a lot of people ask you out in DMs?
I don't really check them enough to know that. Maybe I should.
So you don't check your DMs frequently?
I'm always like a firm believer in like what's meant to be will be, and we'll find a way. So if I happen to check it one day randomly and there's a reason, then that's usually fate, which is cool.
You've said Joey King is one of your best friends.
Yes.
Have you watched every project she's been in?
Yeah. Yes, I have. Can you imagine if I didn't? Oh my god, that'd be the first one I'd be like, yes, and it'd be like,
Do you think it's ever okay to date your co-star?
I think, yeah, why not? I mean, I definitely think that like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It really just truly depends on the people. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't.
Is this one of those questions that you wanted to dodge?
No, actually.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Let's move on to pop culture. You've been on record stating that you love and admire this woman.
Yeah, with all my heart. In my eyes, she can do no wrong. Hate to be one of those people, but everybody has their like person. I'm in love with everything she does.
Do you also plan to continue withholding another full-length album from everyone, just like Rihanna?
No, I actually don't. I definitely don't. I've definitely been writing.
Have you ever secretly felt like Rihanna when you see people under your posts begging you to drop music or a project?
That's never gone through my head. Like, oh damn, I feel like Rihanna right now. I wish it did more often. It is really, really lovely to know that people are like awaiting something from you. It's really cool, but it's at the same time like just really a beautiful thing. I'm really grateful for like the relationship that I have with the people that have like supported me through the years. They're loyal for sure.
For 3 seasons, you played Maya Hart on Girl Meets World. Are you and Rowan Blanchard still friends?
Oh, we are still friends. Definitely not like, we don't see each other all the time. We're both filming and doing things in different places. But yeah, I was talking to her recently because we're both living in New York, which is really, really sweet. 'Cause that's where the show was set, so that's like cute.
And are you still friends with this person?
Yes, this is like my adopted mother. I was in her wedding, fun fact. So that was like the first wedding I was ever in. I was a bridesmaid. Yeah, it was very nerve-wracking. That was one of the most nerve-wracking things I've ever done, was walk down an aisle. I don't know why. But yes, definitely still friends with her.
So do you not want a big wedding?
Would I not want a big wedding? I haven't thought about it too much.
That was questionable.
Damn, I'm like out here planning my wedding in my head as I'm like, you know what? I don't really care.
Do you believe the Girl Meets World theme song is better than Boy Meets World?
I don't believe that. I think they're different. But I literally like sang the Girl Meets World one with Rowan. So I can't say I didn't like it, but I probably like Boy Meets World better.
All good.
In a recent interview, you mentioned that you would love to eventually do action movies. So are you a Marvel fan?
I am.
Any particular character you're a fan of?
I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I haven't seen all the Marvel movies. That is something that I will admit to and hold my breath while I do it.
So you wouldn't be able to name all the Avengers?
Nope. I'm just gonna stop you right there.
If you had actual superpowers, would you use them for absolute good?
Yes. Like when I think about like ways that you can like have fun and well, I guess I'm thinking of Harry Potter right now. I'm actually thinking of wizardry and less of like superpowers. But I think about like how cheeky they are in the Harry Potter films and like how you can like spy on people with the cloak of invisibility. So I guess that's not like only for good, but it wouldn't be for malicious behavior. I'm not a villain.
I think that was a very fair answer.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you so much.
Final question. Did you lie at any point during this lie detector test and we didn't catch you?
I think once. I don't remember what it was, but I definitely think I tried to trick you.